You can see it in her, how she carries herself, how she speaks to people, how she makes people feel, and you can see it in her business as well. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So like in the, I was about to say like in the other video, because this is my second time doing the video. So you know how that goes. Anyways, so in this video I want to talk about some inspirational women that I find that embody feminine energy, that embrace their femininity, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video again. So if you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So like I said, in this video I want to talk about inspirational women that you need to know about that definitely embody feminine energy and femininity. But before we get into that, Femininity Made Basic is now live on the website at ambermarieturner.com. Our first module is Feminine Energy and Your Hormones, and understanding how feminine energy is manifested in our body in our hormones. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out ambermarieturner.com for more on that as well. So let's just get into the video. So I wanted to share some inspirational women that I look up to, that inspire me, that definitely embody feminine energy, and they have embraced their femininity. And I think it's important for us to see that because if you're anything like me, you probably were raised in a way or raised to think that femininity is weak and femininity is something that you need to discard and things like that. And so seeing women successful and beautiful and doing it big in real life is so important, because that is inspirational and that allows us to keep going and keeping on with the keeping on. And actually, sometimes that's the permission we need, right? Because sometimes we need that. We need to see and know that it's okay. And really you don't need that, but sometimes when the goings get hard and the goings get tough, it's good to see that there's other people that have managed to do that and are successful at it and have a beautiful, amazing life. And that, at the end of the day, I feel like is what we all want. So let's just talk about it. And so the first person I want to mention on my list for inspirational women that have embodied feminine energy in their lives is Sara Blakely. Now, some of these women you might know, and some of these women you might not know. Sara Blakely you actually might know, because Sara Blakely is the creator and founder of Spanx, the brand. And I actually did a video on her on this channel and how she managed to take a feminine approach to building her business and brand. Now, she's a billionaire. She's built a $1 billion brand. Last time I checked, she was 100% owner of that $1 billion brand and business. She has a husband and a family and is, beautiful and everything. Like, she's been able to achieve so much by embodying her femininity and embracing her feminine energy. Now, I want to say the first time that I heard her was on Lewis Howes. I was listening to the podcast. I wasn't watching it. I was taking a walk and I was just listening to the podcast. And he introduced her and she came on, and I just remember thinking, wow, she sounds so soft and feminine. Those were the thoughts that I had. And I'm like, and it was weird to me because, listening to podcasts, especially with people that had achieved success, and especially when it came to business, that was not typically what I heard.
We have a living legend in the house, Sara Blakely. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so pumped.
I feel like I should take your order.
Just to hear that kind of expanded my mind. It opened my mind to, you don't have to be a certain way. But what was more interesting in that interview is that she specifically said that she operated and ran her business taking a more feminine approach. And at that time, I didn't know about feminine energy or femininity and all that well, I knew about femininity, but like not like embodying feminine energy and things like that. So I honestly didn't really know what she was talking about. But I just found that interesting because like the fact that she said that, I was like, huh, you took a feminine approach. And I was just thinking, I'm like, and I just found the whole interview fascinating because like I said, like she was just soft, personable, just like made you feel really good. And it was not the norm. It wasn't something that I had often experienced when I was listening to podcasts, especially when you're talking about building $1 billion business. And so, after that, I was just very fascinated with her, and I started following her and learning more. And I've done a lot of research. Like I said, I have a video on this channel about her. And just the way that she runs her business is very feminine. It's very collaborative. It's very partnership oriented. A lot of her employees are women, and it's just a very feminine approach. And you can see it in her, how she carries herself, how she speaks to people, how she makes people feel. And you can see it in her business as well. And obviously, and another thing that she talks about a lot too is that, often when it comes to that kind of industry, Spanx is like a hosiery type industry. It was really dominated by men. That industry for women was really dominated for men. And so when she really entered the space, coming from a feminine perspective, definitely I feel like helped her. But like actually and still operating and running and coming from a feminine perspective and speaking to women in that way was just amazing. And I think that you can see it in her life. She's a beautiful woman. She's got a beautiful family, a beautiful marriage. There's everything about her. It's just like one of those, like she's just one of those women that you look up to, and she really embodies feminine energy, her femininity, and her womanhood. And I think it's amazing to see. And, a lot of times people talk about, especially when it comes to business, that you have to run it in your masculine. You have to to have a successful business, you have to be in your masculine and stuff like that. And I don't think that that's the case. I don't believe that personally. And she's an example of that. And she's built $1 billion brand and business. Now that I'm kind of talking about it, another person that I don't even have on this list that Sarah Blakely reminds me of is Kendra Scott too. I think Kendra Scott also built $1 billion business as well, but she's also very feminine. Like I know her story, and she's also taken a very feminine approach when it came to her business as well. And so she's another example of you don't have to adopt and become a man to have a successful business. That is not the truth. And honestly, I don't like when people say that you have to be a man to have a successful business, because anytime that people say, yes, do you have to have certain things like to have a successful business? Perhaps, yes, but that's like creating a child, right? Like a life. We talk about creating the most beautiful manifestation that you can create on this earth, which is a baby life. You need both masculine and feminine, right? And so saying that in order for you to be successful in business, you have to be masculine, that is not the truth. That is not the truth. And I don't like when people say that. Do you need masculine principles? Sure. But can you run it from can you take a more feminine approach to your business? Absolutely. And it be successful and build $1 billion brand? Absolutely. Yes. So it's like, and those are two great examples of women that have done that, right? And I would even say Oprah as well. Now I'm getting off tangent. Okay. Let me get back to the inspirational women that I have on my list. There's Sarah Blakely, which she's just amazing. And the next person I have on my list of inspirational women that embody feminine energy is Sierra. Now, I also did a video on Sierra on this channel as well. And if you've seen her journey, she's got that heroine journey of, I don't, what am I trying to say here? Because I was about to say one thing that I'd feel like would be kind of uncouth. But, she was dealing with one type of situation, and she did the inner work, because you can definitely tell she did a lot of soul searching and inner work, and up leveled, and is, in a beautiful marriage and has a beautiful family and things like that. So I would say that she's definitely on my list of inspirational women that definitely embody feminine energy. And the biggest reason I put her on the list too is that the way that their relationship is. Because again, when it comes to power coupling, feminine energy and masculine energy, they work in harmony together to create magic, to create something beautiful. And that's one thing that you can see in both Sierra and Russell, is that they work in harmony together. And she supports Russell like incredibly much. I just made that up, but you know what I mean? Like she is so supportive of her husband, which is amazing to see. I think that that's important, like to support your spouse. He supports her too, but like sometimes I feel like we don't often see the support thing, because sometimes those egos get in the way, where it's like, you know what I mean? Like supporting your significant other, supporting your spouse is so important. And you can definitely see that in their relationship, which is amazing. And so that's partly why Sierra is on this list. But Sierra, I mean, she's beautiful. Like she's beautiful. She's an amazing mother. And you can just see it in her essence, and how compassionate she is, how empathetic she is, and how caring she is. You can see it in her energy, and that's you can tell, like she just carries that feminine energy, and you can tell she embraces her femininity, which is a beautiful thing. And especially in the entertainment industry, where one might say that you probably need to be a little more hard, and not soft and warm, she still has that softness and warmth, and that's an amazing thing to see. So Sierra is on the list of inspirational women that definitely carry that feminine energy. So number 3 is Manon Crispy, and she is an international model, a pro-aging mature model that I just find fascinating. She is just the most beautiful thing that I've ever laid eyes on. I actually did an event with her, and prior to the event, we had been corresponding over social media and via email and things like that. And she was just the sweetest thing. Like she was so sweet, and so open, and flexible and receptive. All those qualities of feminine energy. And I remember when I first saw her and she walked in, and it was like she had that Beyonce wind. I was like, where's the wind coming from? She walked in, because we were inside, she walked in, her hair was just flowing, and like it was like she glided across the room, and she was the most beautiful thing that I had ever seen. I was like in awe of her beauty, and it was just amazing. And like just the way that she carried herself, her energy was just incredible. Like I don't know. I still remember the first time that I saw her, because I think that I actually said, wow. Like she walked up to me and I was like, wow. Like I was like in awe. And she probably was like, this girl is so weird. But just the way that she carries herself, the way that she looks, and her energy. And I love that she is about pro-aging. And I think that's really important, because in a world where if you are a woman of a certain age, you're kind of thought of as useless by some. I think that she just embodies this like amazing aura, like this energy. She's so playful, smiling all the time, just warm. And like she is an advocate for pro-aging as well. And like you know, she owns who she is. She owns her age, she owns her wisdom, she owns it. And it's just the most amazing, incredible, beautiful thing that you can ever see on social media. You know, on the internet. She is big on Pinterest. Like, it's funny because like I see her all the time when it comes to like Pinterest and pinning things and stuff like that. Her pictures always come up because she's that amazing, and just an amazing woman. And she is just the epitome of like womanhood, and just the way that she carries herself is just amazing. And so I had to, you know, add her to this list. And that, you know, and how warm she is and how open she is. I remember when I met her for the first time, like, and even after that, she's always been so warm and so sweet. And I mean, just like made me feel seen, heard, just like everything. Like she is just amazing. And that's feminine energy. And that's how, you know, you want to feel around that. And I think that's really important to say, is that, you know, we talk about feminine energy and femininity, and we like to, you know, do the hairs and the nails and the jewelry and all that kind of stuff, and the makeup and the clothes and stuff like that. And that stuff is fun, you know, but it's really about how others feel. How do you make others feel? And like, and all these people on this list, whether I met them or not, like they make me feel a certain way. So that's why she is on there. And then I also love that she is about, she's such an advocate for women. And I think that's really important because, you know, partnership and I wonder if they can hear the airplane, but like partnership and all that kind of partnership and supporting other women is so important when it comes to femininity and feminine energy. So I definitely wanted to include her. And so yeah, Manon Christie, she's on this list for inspirational women that embody feminine energy. So the next one we have is Shania Twain. That's my girl. I don't know her personally, wish I did, but she is just so, I just remember like growing up and then seeing her, and like even now I just feel like she's such an amazing, beautiful, charismatic, sexy woman, you know, very pro woman too. Like, man, I feel like a woman, like just, you know, embracing womanhood, embracing femininity, and just the way that she carries herself in such confidence. And I think that that's so important. And when, you know, I talk about confidence all the time when it comes to feminine energy and femininity and how important that is. And her confidence, you can just feel like, you know, I follow her on TikTok too, and just like how beautiful and confident she is, and how that energy you can feel through the screen, like that's crazy. And I had to, like, she is just one of those women that really inspire me, especially when it comes to more of the dark feminine, the more sexual energy and things like that. I think that she does it in such a classy way, but you can feel it, right? Like, it's not overly like risque, I suppose, but you can feel it. And that's where you want to be. And so she definitely inspires me when it comes to feminine energy and women that I look to that really embrace their femininity. So the last person on this list for now, because I have a lot of women, but for this video, is Carrie Washington. Now this one is interesting, and I actually just added her to the list because I had never saw her that way until I saw a video of her doing a home tour.
Here, me and Josie B, this is Josephine Baker, if you're nasty. We are here in New York because I'm doing a play on Broadway. So this is our new place, and I want to show it to you because I think it rocks.
Of her house, and I was in awe. I was like, wow, she made me feel like I wanted to live there. And I never knew that of her because I knew of her characters. Like I knew Carrie Washington from Save the Last Dance when she was in that movie and she played that character. And I've seen her in other movies and other TV things where she played different characters, but I never really knew of her real life, like how she was in real life. And if you watch that home tour and how she carried herself and how she spoke and her softness and her warmth, her energy, her attractiveness, wow, like just amazing. Like ever since then I started looking at her totally different, and I like she definitely inspires me because the fact is when I saw her doing that home tour, I was like, wow, I want to buy that stuff. I want to live there. I want to be there. I want to do, right? That's the power of feminine energy. That's the power of feminine energy. She made me want to do. She made me want to act. And feminine energy is attract and inspires masculine energy to do, to act. And that, my friends, is the power of feminine energy. When you can embody your femininity and feminine energy, it's inspirational. And so this is why all these women inspire me, is that I want to act. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to live the best life that I can live. Like they inspire me to do more, and so Carrie Washington, when I saw that and like the way that she spoke and her warmth and all of those things, all of those characteristics, which is feminine energy, just really came through on that home tour. And then I started looking more into her and I realized that that's really truly who she is. Like that's how she is in real life. And, just the way that she speaks and how she draws you in. It's just amazing. And so that's why she's on this list. And she's more of a recent inspirational woman for me, especially when it comes to femininity, but she definitely has it. Like she definitely has it. And it's really, it's just the way that these women make you feel. Like that's feminine energy. And, a lot of times I get frustrated. Not frustrated, that's such a heavy word, but when women don't really understand how powerful they truly are, that's where I'm like, gosh, don't you see it? Don't you see? Especially like sometimes it's easier to see it in other people. And so if that helps you, I encourage you to, get people that, get women that do inspire you, that definitely embody feminine energy, and just kind of see how they make you feel and see the power of femininity and feminine energy and how inspiring it truly is. Like I said, like even these women and then I remember the first time that I heard Sarah Blakely on Lewis Howes and the way she spoke and how she made me feel. That's the power of feminine energy, right? So it's just like a matter of like hopefully these are great ideas for you, but whatever resonates with you, it's super important because sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days, and sometimes you just need that. You need that to pull you forward, and that's okay. It's okay. And so I wanted to share these women because I find them so inspirational. They definitely embody feminine energy, and hopefully they help you and you can see the inspiration in them that I see. But yeah, that's all for this video. I really wanted to share. So Femininity Made Basic AF is now live at amberreturner.com. Our first module is feminine energy and your hormones. And so it's talking about how feminine energy is manifested in our body, in our hormones, and how our activities, our thoughts, our behaviors affect our hormones, right? So yeah, the intro to that the intro to feminine energy and your hormones is actually live on the website now. We have some great resources that accompany that module as well. That module as well. So definitely check it out at amberreacher.com. We also have the Fearless Muscle that's going to be launching here soon. The audio version, which I'm super excited about. It's my children's book that is about overcoming fear and pushing through fear. So that will be launching here soon. Anyways, you guys, that's all for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on feminine energy, manifesting, spirituality, all that jazz. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll like it here. So definitely subscribe, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.